First at 6, the manslaughter trial for 2 former JPSO deputies now in the hands of a jury. The 2 men you see here accused of shooting and killing a man in Marrero back in 2022. This is a case we've been following all week long.
That's right. And tonight we have team coverage for you. We begin with WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor. She's live and has been in the courtroom all day long. Shay, what's the latest?
Good evening to you, Gina and Stella. Yeah, the jury has pretty much been deliberating for about 2 or so hours, but not long ago they actually came back into the courtroom along with Judge Christopher Cox, and the jurors asked 2 questions. They asked if they could get a copy of the jury instructions and then also a copy of the statute for manslaughter and negligent homicide. The judge then read the definitions of manslaughter and negligent homicide to the jury. That's before they went back in to continue deliberating. But then they came back out and were approved by the state and defense for a copy of jury charges. After about 6 or so hours of closing arguments from both the state and defense, now it's up to the jury on whether ex-JPSO deputies Isaac Hughes and Jonathan Lewis will be found guilty tonight on manslaughter or negligent homicide, or if they'll be found not guilty. The state opened their closing remarks by saying, "Put the guns down," were the last words uttered by Daniel Valley before he died, and kept saying Valley did not have to die. While defense attorney John Fuller said, quote, "This is very much so a clear case of self-defense, that both officers, including his client, Deputy Hughes, was standing his ground." Now, at some point, Fuller said, "It's not my intent to assassinate Valley's character, but I just want to provide the facts," when referring to what 34-year-old Daniel Valley was possibly doing outside of the known crack house along Wilson Street on that night in question. While the state argued deputies had the chance to get out of the way of the vehicle and that they did not fear for their lives that night, Valley's mother says she's been praying on the situation.
Overwhelmed and just praying to God that they'll make the right choice and give my son justice.
I'm just hearing from both the state as well as defense attorneys, just your thoughts when you were listening this whole time.
My heart goes out to everyone on both sides, you know, for the family members on both sides, for us and them.
And as we said earlier, we're still waiting on those deliberations. The jury currently determining a verdict, and of course we'll get it to you as soon as we hear it. Reporting live from the Gretna Courthouse, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
Yeah, standing by on that, Shay. And also WDSU reporter Elizabeth Kubel picks up our live team coverage now after speaking with a legal expert.
That's right, Elizabeth. You asked the possible outcome based on the evidence and cases presented. What did that expert have to say?
Well, and Gina, we also talked about exactly what you heard Shay there mentioning, that yes, sometimes the jury does come back and ask questions or ask for clarification. That is actually something that is extremely common when you have trials like this, because yes, it is a lot of legal definitions and jargon for those jurors to remember. Also, something to keep in mind that is especially important now for this trial is that the jury must be unanimous in their verdict.
12 out of 12, not just to convict or to acquit, but they must all agree on the specific charge that they will convict on if they convict.
And again, just as you heard Shay mention as well, right now we are just awaiting a verdict. So far, the jury has only returned to the courtroom once to ask those 2 questions you heard her mention. Reporting live in Jefferson Parish, I'm Elizabeth Kubel, WDSU News.